Economics, Standard 12, Unit 11, Economics of Development and Planning continued. Let us learn today Niti Aayog. Niti Aayog means National Institution for Transforming India. So it means National Institution for Transforming India. It has replaced the Planning Commission of India, and it was formed on January 1st, 2015. It was formed by the Union Cabinet resolution. So it was formed through the Union Cabinet resolution on January 1st, 2015. It has replaced the Planning Commission on 13th August 2014. The chairperson is the Prime Minister. So chairperson is the Prime Minister. Prime Minister is the chairperson of Niti Aayog. And of course, union ministers will be ex officio members. The vice chairman of the Niti Aayog is the functional head, and the first vice chairman was Arvind Banankaria. So, first vice chairman was Arvind Banankaria. So Arvind Banankaria. So that's what we can remember. The functions of Niti Aayog. A lot of functions are there. It enables the states to have active participation in the formulation of national policy. So cooperative and competitive federalism is the main function of Niti Aayog. And also it evolved a shared vision of national development priorities and strategies with the active involvement of states, which come under the function shared national agenda. Decentralized planning is the most important function of it. To restructure the planning process into a bottom-up model and to design medium and long-term strategic framework towards India's future is also another important function. To mainstream external ideas and expertise into government policies and programs through a collective participation is also another important function. Harmonization is another one. To facilitate harmonization of actions across different layers of government, especially when involving cross-cutting and overlapping issues across multiple sectors through communication, coordination, collaboration, and convergence amongst all the stakeholders is another important function of Niti Aayog. Conflict resolution. To provide platform for mutual understanding, to intersectional and interdepartmental, interstate, as well as center-state issues for all speedy evaluation, execution of the government programs. All speedy execution of the government programs also come under the function of it. Coordinating interface with the world. It will act nodal point to harness global expertise and resources coming from international organizations for India's developmental process. The resources that coming from international organizations. Niti Aayog acts as a nodal point, and this is another important function of it. It provides internal consultancy to central and state governments on policies and programs. So it provides internal consultancy to central as well as state governments on policy and programs. Another important function is capacity building. It enables to provide capacity building and technology upgradation across government, benchmarking with the latest global trends and providing managerial and technical know-how. Finally, it will monitor the implementation of policies and programs and evaluate the impacts. So, it monitors the implementations of policies and programs and evaluate the impacts. And this is the most important function of Niti Aayog. The 7 pillars of effective governance are pro-people, proactivity, participation, empowering, inclusion of all, equality, and 7th, transparency. Pro-people, it fulfills aspirations of society as well as individuals. And proactivity, actually in anticipation of and response to citizen needs, is the main pillar of Niti Aayog. And participation, the involvement of citizens, is the most important aim of Niti Aayog. Women in all aspects come under the 4th pillar, empowering. So empowering just includes women in all aspects. And inclusion of all, irrespective of caste, creed, SC, ST, OBC, minorities, and Kisans, all are included in it. And equality, the most important pillar of Niti Aayog is equality. Equality is that opportunity for all, especially equal opportunity for youth. And transparency, it means making the government visible and responsive to the people. Transparency. So there are 7 important pillars of effective governance, namely pro-people, proactivity, participation, empowering, inclusion of all, equality, and transparency. Initiatives like Adult Innovation Mission and Ayushman Bharat approach towards water conservation measures and the draft bill to establish the National Medical Commission to replace the Medical Council of India have all been conceptualized in Niti Aayog. And it is also bringing about a greater level of accountability. It is also bringing about a greater level of accountability. It has established a development monitoring and evaluation office which collects data on the performance of various ministries. It has established a development monitoring and evaluation office which collects data on the performance of various ministries. Using such data, the Aayog makes performance-based ranking of states to foster a spirit of competitive federalism. To foster a spirit of competitive federalism, Aayog make uses of all these data. The success of Niti Aayog can be evaluated after a substantial period of time. It was formed only in 2015. So after a substantial period of time, we can just come to a conclusion regarding the success of this commission or this one, that is Niti Aayog, in which chairperson is Prime Minister and the cabinet members, I mean the union ministers, are ex officio members of Niti Aayog. And remember, Niti Aayog has replaced the Planning Commission on February, that is 2014, and it was formed and it came into force on January 1st, 2015. So the important functions, and we have just seen the 7 important pillars of effective governance. All these are just put into practice and carried out by Niti Aayog. So the final, that is the evaluation and the success of Niti Aayog can be evaluated only after a substantial period of time. Thank you for listening.